Good evening, this is Romany Rye. I want to tell you about my first big break now. When I first went on my own. Following on from that last video I made, when me and my Uncle Harry fell out. We made it up, but it wasn't the same for a while. So we had the lorry between us, and I wanted to keep the lorry, so I had to pay you. But I never kept the lorry at my place anyway. Because when my father died, I was having to pay rent. And that ain't no fucking bullshit either, that's the truth. So anyway, plus Tommy Ware moved in my father's bungalow. Never said fuck all, he and Jenny and the kids moved in there. And that's where they tore the receipt that time. Went through my mother's stuff that was up in the loft. Anyway, you all know about that story because I've told you. So, my first big break came out of the blue. I was courting then, on and off, with my future wife, as it turned out. But we was having a few problems, arguments and what have you. But anyway, she was working out in the bus factory, out Poole. And she was working with one of my mum's sisters, and Amy. So she was on overtime. So there was no buses when she finished. So I said I'd pick her up. So anyway, I goes out there to the bus factory, pick her up one night. I pulls in her in the back, parks up, and I'm her waiting. And there's a mush with a van. And he was walking to and fro the van with different bits and pieces. So he said, all right to me. So I said, all right, how you doing? He said, all right, yeah. He said, what do you do? What are you doing here? Like, I said, here, pick me girlfriend up. He said, what do you do for a living? I said, buy scrap. I said, buy a bit of scrap, anything. He said, I've been here for 4 years, he said. Working, cleaning up. He said, and every day of my life, he said, I've been taking home one of these boxes. He said, and what I'm supposed to do with it is chuck it away. He said, so I'm not doing anybody any harm. I said, what is it? Solar, he said. I said, solar, yeah. He said, I'll show you. Opened up his van, looked in the back. And he had a box in the back about, I don't know, 1'6" long by about 8 or 9 inches wide, about a foot wide. Full up with lumps of solder. He said, I have one every day. He said, because I clean up and I suppose to chuck it away. He said, I don't chuck it away. I said, all right. He said, would you be interested in buying it? I said, yeah, if it's any good, I would. Well, he said, come out he said, here's where I live, look, wrote it down. Come out to my place, he said. Saturday morning. He said, I'll show you what I got. I just said to myself, Gary must be fucking lying. He would have hundreds and hundreds of boxes for 4 years' worth. So I gets out to his place. Come in, he said, come through. Walked through to the back garden. Sure enough, boy. There was over 200 boxes there. Stacked up. One on top of each other. All sheeted down with a tarpaulin. The whole length of his fucking garden. Oh, I said to myself, there'll be some money's worth there if this gear's right. I said, right. I said, to tell you the truth, I said, I couldn't buy this without getting it tested. Because I don't know what it is. I know you're telling me it's solder and it should be solder, but it's a funny old job. I said, can I have a box full just to take as a sample? Yeah, he said. So at that time, I was doing a bit of work for Charlie East. And I kept my lorry out there. So I had this box of stuff. Couldn't hardly wait till Monday. Gets out there Monday now. Starts the burning gear up. And I had some stainless steel dog bowls, shaped like a wedge. So I run all this fucking solder, just looked like lead, run it in the bowl. So I had 2 bowls out of one bin. Scrape the fucking slag off the top. Looking lovely. So I had to get it up to George Turner's. I still have my little pickup now. Oh, fuck it, I'll run it up there. Didn't say nothing to nobody. I didn't want to say nothing. Because my granny would only fucking been on my case. So I takes his 2 lumps up, drives up, seeing. Hello, Clarence, he said. He said, I'm a bit worried about you, young man, he said. How are you getting on? I said, not too bad, Mr. Turner. I said, I'm gone on my own now. I said, and don't worry, I'm saving me medal back for you, I said. He said, yeah, he said, I'd love to see you, he said. I don't know what's gone wrong, he said, with Tommy. He said he's going to Newbury's now. I said, yeah, he is, Mr. Turner. He said, but I looked after all you boys for the years. He said, no, I'll show you something while you're here. And he went and he showed me a report on GH Newbury. They didn't have no money as such. But I suppose Graham was turning over a lot of money. It didn't make no difference. He said, I'll show you this. I've never showed another living person, he said this, other than my mother. He went to the fucking desk. I thought, what's he going to bring out? This is true now, what I'm telling you. And he showed me a bank statement. And I thought it was 11,000. He said, there you go, look. He said, that's what I got in the bank. He said, can you read that? I said, yeah, Mr. Turner, I can. He said, do you know what it means? I said, yeah. He said, you do know that's 11 million. That's what he had in the bank at that fucking time. And I don't know how much stock he had. But everything George Turner has, he was brand new. Brand spanking new. He had about 6 skip lorries on the road. He had the best poke lanes when they first come out. Like in scrapyard users. And you had rubber ducks there, track machines there. Oh, fuck me, you name it, George Turner had it. So anyway, I left the stuff there. And, come on. So, went out to Manitas because I couldn't phone him from back there, see. I didn't want me granny or nobody to know nothing. Phones are up. Yes, he said, Clarence, it's solder. I don't know how many percent tin he said it was, but it was fucking good gear. And I think back then, it was worth like £1,200 a ton, £1,300 a ton. So fuck me, I had this box. And these boxes was heavy. So I goes back there and I said, well, how much do you want for it? I said, it definitely is solder, what you said it is. And he said, how much are you offering? I said, I can't be buyer and seller, on a minute. And he said, there's 230 boxes there. And some of the boxes is full right up, and they was too. I said, how much do you want? He said, give me £2,000 for it all. He said, I know what the price of solder is. I said, yeah, I know you know the price of solder. I said, because you're obviously looking it up. I said, but it's got to be run down, back down to the ingots. I said, and the slag off the top. I said, and all the bits of crap. I said, no, I won't give you that. To tell you the honest to God's truth, I didn't have the money anyway. I didn't have £2 grand. He said, how much will you give me? I said, I'll give you £1,100 for it. Oh, no, he said, I can't sell it for that. No, he said, I've been saving this for fucking years. I ended up, I give him £1,500 for it. And that's every bit of money that I had, that I saved up and was dealing and whatever. So he said, all right, you can have it. But we've got to carry it through the house, he said. Back out through. Can't get nothing down there. He said, you can't get there. I said, that's right. Anyway, I takes a lorry there. Loads on the lorry. You won't fucking believe it. The lorry was loaded. She's down like that. Fucking hell, I said to myself, Dawdy. Anyway, takes it out there. Loads it on, takes it out. And I starts melting. I had to go and get more dog's balls. Anyway, done it all. And that job turned me in just under £4 grand. And that was a lot of money then. So, that was my first big hit. And now I'm on the road now, aren't I? So, I wanted myself another lorry. So, I was always mad on Bedford DKC, especially if I had IAB on the back. So, Michael Wills, good old boy, he had this lovely little TK, maroon colour, with a nice little IAB on the back. So, I had my PMC, my little Trepney bit lorry. So I get over to Michael Wills. I said, Michael, I said, I'm looking for IAB lorry. I said, you got that one for sale? Yeah, he said, jump in, try it, take it up the road. I said, before I do that, Mike, I said, what's the price? He said, I want 3,500 for it. Fuck me, I said to myself, that's going to skip me here again. So I took the lorry up the road. Fuck me, it was like a fucking clock. Tried to IAB out. Pick up fucking ton easy. That was going to save me a lot of work, see? Saved me a lot of work. And I wanted IAB lorry anyway. I said, Michael, I'll have the lorry. I said, but it's every bit of money I got. Like, I said, if I buy it, I'm going to be about £500 short. I wouldn't, but it was the money I had to work with. I had to keep something. So he said, look, take the lorry. Pay me the £3 grand. Pay me the £500 when you got it. I've told you this before about Michael Wills, but this is the story that actually led up to that. So I buys the lorry. So I still had my little BMC. And he was immaculate. He was like fucking brand new. Me and Uncle Harry knocking about a bit by now on the body, but the cab and that was like brand new. So I didn't say nothing to Layback there. So what the fuck was his name? There was a fellow at Camborne that used to do breakdowns. And he used to do a little bit of haulage. And he sold a little BMC. came out to Charlie East one day. He saw a BMC there. He said, whose lorry's that? I said, mine. He said, for sale? I said, yeah. I said, take it up the road, try it out. Took it up the road, come back. Couldn't fault the little lorry. He was nowhere near fast. 50, 55 flat out, but he was real tidy. Like the cab was lovely. So he bought it off me. 800 quid. So I was back then and paid Michael Wills up, and I had this fucking TK. So my Uncle Harry found out now that I had IAB lorry, see. So he said, I got some jobs to do. I said, oh yeah. So I brought the fucking lorry home, didn't I? Ben Davis was the man who bought that lorry. Ben Davis. And his mother owned a fucking great big Victorian house out Cannon, out Pegeggan. Fucking great house. And she was a ballet teacher. Oh, the antiques that was in there was unbelievable. I went there to see him. Anyway, going back to my story, took the lorry back. There it was. Lovely little IAB lorry. See. The only trouble with them was sometimes the barrel would blow off when you went to slew. I had it fixed later on, but at that time it would blow off. So Harry said, I want to borrow the lorry. I said, the barrel will blow off. You'll blow my barrel off. So then she piped up, didn't she? My granny, I'll let him borrow the lorry. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I let him borrow the fucking lorry. What did he do? Blow the barrel off. I said to myself, fuck this. I'm parking that lorry back out to Charlie East's place. So I parked the lorry back there. So now, I'm gaining momentum, aren't I? I still got my pickup and my trailer, man. And the old woman got nerd. Because I took a lorry out to Charlie East. And she wasn't very happy. Anyway, Tommy Ware was trying to be friends with me. Or try to make things right, like, you know. How the fuck can you make it right? So, one day he wanted to borrow the lorry. Tommy Ware. I said, you can't take a lorry, can you? We was like half talking and half not talking. I would rather not talk to him at all. But don't forget, I had lived there. Anyway, he took the lorry, borrowed the lorry. And he was half trying to talk to me, but I couldn't stomach it. But I had to be sensible, because that was the only place I could fucking live. I know I lived with my Aunt Edith and this, that, and the other, but that was supposed to be mine. But anyway, he borrowed the lorry and one thing and another. And I ended up, I did a few jobs for him, but it did stick in me like a fucking knife, I'm telling you. But I'm sure if I didn't say yes, she would have said, well, you let her move out. I'm sure of it. So he said to me, we was half chatting. He said, would you make me a breakdown? Again, I didn't want to fucking do it. So anyway, I made this fucking breakdown. I copied a breakdown lorry that Charlie East's partner made. So I welded this fucking breakdown all up together. And he made me look a right cunt. He did. We fought out again. What happened was, Michael Wills, I made this lorry. I made it out of a D1000 Arctic unit. And that's when Tommy Ware was starting to buy stuff out the government auctions then. Buses and stuff. And lorries. Bowser's big kit. Anyway, I made this fucking breakdown. And Michael Wills knew that I made the breakdown. So he said to me one day, this is Michael Wills, he said, Clarence, any chance of borrowing that breakdown? I said, Michael, as far as I'm concerned, Madison, you come and take a lorry. I said, but I will check with Tommy. I said, make sure it's all right. Check with Tommy. No, he can't borrow the breakdown. So I had to go back to the man that sold me the lorry that I owed the money to and tell him he couldn't have the breakdown. Made me a right cunt. So I went back to Michael Wills. And told him the straight truth. Yeah, Clarence, don't worry about it, man. So he said, that's no problem. I understand. I said, Michael, he said he don't lend it out. So years after that, Michael Wills had his own back. Tommy's lorry blew up on the fucking road. And Michael Wills was coming up behind him. Tommy weighed him down. He said, Michael, he said, could I transfer my load onto your lorry? He said, no, Tommy, he said, tell you the truth, I'm on the road to another job and I gotta be there. Sorry. Drove on. So Michael Wills did have his own back that time. But that was my first big break, the solder. Come out of the blue. And then I got my first IAB lorry. And I never looked back with IAB lorries. I had several TKs with IABs on. And that was my first big break. So earning myself some serious money. They couldn't work out where I was getting the level from, see? I never told them. From that day to this. But we all deserve a little bit of luck. And the man with the solder was the luck. We had to carry it back out of his house, man. Right through the fucking passageway. Through the kitchen and out through the passage out to the front. That's a true story, that is. We carried it out in a box at a time. And paid him up. He was delighted almost. But it's stories like this that remind me of how I got started, you know what I mean? Always ready to pounce on something and have a deal. So that's it for the night for the Romany Rye. Tomorrow we'll have another story about how it all went. So thank you for the night. God bless. And I'll speak to you next time. Thank you.